Hi everyone, my name is Gary. Welcome to Spiritual Essentials, a practical spirituality show where we cover spiritual tools that are already proven to be useful, which you can start using today to either begin or enhance your spiritual practice. Wouldn't it be nice if things always went exactly as we planned? If life was always peaceful and predictable? Unfortunately, that's impossible because chaos is the creative force of the universe. The unpredictability is something that facilitates change and growth and is a necessary part of life. But it's often frustrating and even scary when everything goes wrong and we find ourselves in an unpredictable situation. On top of that, we have a tendency as humans to always compare ourselves to others. Wonder what could have been, if only we had this or that, if only we made a different choice that would lead to a more favorable outcome, if only people around us were nicer and life dealt us a better hand. Unfortunately, those circumstances are often completely out of our control. But the one thing we can control is our reactions to the circumstances. And that's where the practice of gratitude comes in. Not only will it help you to stay creative and productive in unpredictable circumstances and challenging situations, and find inner peace and joy when life seems boring and repetitive, or when we feel like we're lacking something. It will help you find and cultivate that inner power, the inner peace, true happiness that comes from within and exists irregardless of external circumstances. And with that, let's talk about gratitude. Challenges and tragedies are an inevitable part of life, and they happen unexpectedly, usually against what we envision for ourselves or planned for our future. And when the hard times come, a response for most people is to feel bad and blame the external circumstances, blame the people involved or mysterious higher powers. And the more we do that, the more our nervous system becomes entrained to respond to challenges in that particular way, to the point where we start craving for it and looking for opportunities to feel bad for ourselves. And of course, I don't want to minimize tragedy that does happen sometimes in life, where suffering seems inevitable. And in those cases, it takes real courage, as well as time, to recover and get back on your feet. But with the vast majority of life's challenges, the most useful thing we can do is to reframe our reaction. And that's where the practice of gratitude becomes really useful. Instead of focusing on the negative parts of the situation, we can choose to deliberately focus on what does the situation bring us? Is there a lesson in it or an opportunity? Because life, in general, even in the plant and animal world, uses adversity as fuel to challenge itself, grow and evolve, be inventive and creative. And we have this power. We just need to know that we can access it and remember to do it. So if you decide and affirm for yourself to be gratitude for the situation, in spite for what your instincts might tell you, I can guarantee that you will find something to be grateful for, and it will lead to a positive outcome in the long run. A grateful mindset will help you find doors and opportunities where before you could only see dead ends. By learning to be grateful for simple things, your friends and family, having a roof over your head, for the small joys and comforts of life, we can train ourselves and our nervous system to be at peace and enjoy under any circumstances, and be present in the current moment instead of dwelling in the past or worrying about the future. You don't have to take my word for it, because there has been extensive research done in this area. For example, Dr. Robert Emmons, a leading expert on gratitude, found in his research that practicing gratitude leads to improved mood, lower stress, and increased happiness. Studies published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology reveals that expressing gratitude strengthens interpersonal connections and fosters trust. And research from the University of California, San Diego, shows that gratitude correlates with better heart health and improved sleep quality. And of course, spiritual teachings are also emphasizing the importance of gratitude. For example, in Christianity, gratitude manifests through acts of service and kindness. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Buddhism emphasizes gratitude in mindfulness practices, fostering compassion and appreciation for the present moment. And many indigenous traditions honor gratitude in ceremonies, offering thanks to nature and the universe for harmony and abundance. Gratitude is the practice of actively appreciating the people, experiences, and things in your life, even in unexpected situations. There are many ways in which you can practice gratitude. For example, gratitude journaling, where you can journal once a day just by writing a few things that you've been grateful for throughout the day. There's also affirmations, which we have already discussed in general terms in the past, but you can actually incorporate gratitude into your affirmations. And I will be posting some specific gratitude affirmations that you can use on my Instagram as well as in YouTube Shorts. There's also the practice of deliberate gratitude, where you decide and affirm to find things to be grateful for under any circumstances, even in the most challenging situations. Gratitude is a flexible and ever-present practice, so you can incorporate it into any other practices that you're already using, such as meditation, where you can think about things you're grateful for while you're meditating, as well as your creative projects and even physical activity. Let's take a look at a few specific examples of how you can practice gratitude. And the first example is gratitude journaling. Choose the best time of day for performing this practice. For some people, evening works better, especially right before going to bed. For others, they would rather do it after waking up. You can experiment with both approaches and see what works better for you. When you're ready to begin, start by taking a few breaths to ground and focus, and then open your journal and write down between 3 to 5 or even more things that you have been grateful for. And it can be simple things like nice weather or a message from a good friend, to more profound and ethereal things like God's love and the beauty and elegance of life, or practical things like having achieved your goal, or for having spent really good time with your family or friends. And of course, you can also be grateful for general things like the people in your life, a fulfilling career, and so on. It's really up to you, as long as it's something that brings you this feeling of gratitude, joy, and happiness. Another approach, and especially if you're not someone who adopts new habits easily, which, let's face it, that describes most of us, you can have a gratitude buddy, which is something that can also be applied to other practices, but when it comes specifically to gratitude, you can find a friend and agree that you and this friend will text each other weekly or daily with multiple things that you're grateful for. It's a very nice combination of the accountability body practice and daily gratitude practice, because it ensures consistency and makes it more fun and exciting. And of course, I would like to highlight again the deliberate reframing gratitude practice, where in situations that typically frustrate you, make you sad or afraid or worried, you choose to instead find aspects of that situation or look at it from such an angle that you become grateful for it. And of course, it doesn't mean that you have to disregard the situation, brush it off, pretend like it doesn't exist. And if you have to take action in order to mitigate any urgent, pressing circumstances, you still need to do so. The practice is more about reframing your mindset and how you look at the situation. And the more you practice it and the better you become at it, the better you get at reacting to situations and finding creative solutions and bigger opportunities for growth, even in the most challenging circumstances. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new or reinforced the knowledge that you already had. I invite you to try one or all of the exercises from this video for a few days, a week, or a month, and then share your experience either in the comments below this video or in my Discord community, which I will link down below. Please also check out the other links in the description, such as my website with more content coming soon, my Etsy store, and my second channel. And if you liked this video and you would like to see more like this in the future, please let YouTube know by liking the video, sharing it with your friends, subscribing to my channel so you don't miss future videos. And with that, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.